Philip Cesar, who opened up the scoring in this contest between Crispa and Tanduay, missing on a drive in play. And Cleophas has it now for the Esquires. The count is 5-4, Tanduay by 1. It's a 3-point lead now as Eli Capacio connects from the keyhole. He's been looking pretty sharp for the Esquires. We have for Crispa, Fabiosa, Natividad, Javier, Ubalde, and Philip Cesar on the court. The green-shirted jeans makers, who are now the Redmanizers, by the way. They have replaced the jeans maker title to Redmanizer once again. Are in the offensive. Fabiosa driving in and getting a foul from Cleophas.
Cleophas picks up foul number 1. 9 minutes and 43 seconds to go. 7 and 4. That's 7 points for Tanduay and 4 points for Crispa.
3-point try by Philip Cesar is good. It's all tied at 7-all. For the Esquires, we have Joy Cleophas and Rolly Pineda manning the backcourt. Castillo at the pivot together with Eli Capacio and Abe Monzon. Monzon with a fade, yes. 9-7. Tanduay by 2, 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the front court. It's Javier moving against Castillo. He gets away for a layup and a miss. Ubalde loses the ball to the baseline. 9 minutes and 12 seconds to go. 2-point advantage by Tanduay. They didn't make it to the semifinals in the Open Tournament, the first conference of the 1980 season. And so together with 5 other quintets that didn't make it, they were able to bone up and sharpen up their all-Filipino skills for almost 3 months. And this is the first official engagement of Tanduay. Cleophas crowded. Lead pass to Fabiosa. Fabiosa all alone for the equalizer. It's 9-all. The assist coming from Freddy Ubalde, who, by the way, is celebrating his birthday today. And we have greetings being extended to him by the National Crispinians, headed by Jean Mirabueno. Auspicious start for Freddy Ubalde in the All-Filipino. Philip Cesar rebounding beautifully. Ubalde driving in, sidestepping, setting up Fabiosa. Fabiosa missing from the flank. Ubalde losing the ball, but it's tapped over to Javier for a reverse hit. Jimmy Javier gives a lead to Crispa, 11-9. 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go. The defending champion in this all-Filipino tourney is the Crispa Redmanizers. And this is the last chance for Crispa to win a title this season. While Toyota has figured in 2 finals, both of which were unsuccessful attempts to win a title, Crispa has always fallen by the wayside during the closing elimination round games. And they've never really had a try at a crown this season so far. I recall that after their Grand Slam in 1976, they won 6 titles straight in a stretch, which is still the record now in the PBA's 6-year existence. But in 1978, they were blanked. They didn't win a single title for the first time in that year. So this year, they are trying to stave off another blanked season by gunning and defending the All-Filipino title. Fabiosa was fouled. He converted, and it'll be the first 3-point player for Crispa.
7 minutes and 28 seconds to go. A spectator just yelled out there something directed to Baby DeLupan. We want Soriano. It's because Rudy Soriano is now playing for the Crispa Redmanizers. He must have recuperated already from a knee injury which he suffered several years back, at least, what, 3 years?
3 years, yes.
Could be about 3 years.
Been operated twice, I understand.
Yes, and if and when he's able to come back and play, we'd like to give him a big welcome. That's Rudy Soriano.
Natividad getting a loose ball and losing it to the baseline. It bounced off his right foot. Natividad teamed up with Fabiosa for that steal, but they weren't able to hang on. It's 14-11 now. Crispa changing its name to its Lucky Redmanizer title is still listed as Walk Tall on the Coliseum board. The change must have come so late before the start of the All-Filipino that the Coliseum scoreboard man has not been informed of it. So it's still Walk Tall up there on the scoreboard.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dick, but as far as I can recollect, the Crispa team has never won a championship under any other name but the Redmanizers.
Definitely so, and this
That's
is
right.
one of the biggest reasons why the Redmanizer tag has been restored to Crispa. And as you know, Danny Floro and Baby Dalupan are believers in, as they call, pamahiins, and this is certainly one belief that has been proven time and again. Every time they change the name of the team to some other title, it used to be called the Redmanizers, then they shifted over to the Cement Mixers, and that was a short-lived name for Crispa. Then they went back to Redmanizers, and after that the Jeans Makers took over. They even tried the 400s.
Cement Mixers.
Yes.
400s, Cement Mixers, and what else?
The Jeans Makers
400
was the
Jeans
final.
Makers.
Yeah.
And none of these changes in team names resulted in titles for Crispa. We've got an offensive foul going against Cleophas.
That's foul number 3 on Joy Cleophas. In the meantime, Tito Eduque, whom I bumped into in one of the TV programs one of the TV specials, has been pretty optimistic about his team, and he gave me the impression that he would be acquiring 2 useful, tall players for the Tanduay team, but we don't see it here. Do you have any information on any new acquisitions by Tanduay?
I really don't know, and the way things are now, I think no lineups, no changes in lineups are
but there are only
possible.
there are only what 10 players here on the Tanduay side.
That's right.
That have shown up.
5 in the bench and
5 on the bench and 5 playing. So there may still be 2
well,
more
maybe
in
they're
storage.
securing. No, it's possible that they have signed a contract, but the clearances as required now may not be yet finalized.
I see.
And one must really run the gauntlet in clearances before one can join the PBA. Pineda, cross court now to Monzon. Joy Dionisio is in for Crispa. De La Rosa bouncing it over, and there's the 25-second buzzer indicating a violation has been committed by Tanduay for a turnover, and we've got a timeout.
Carrier Air Conditioners, #1 nationwide, #1 worldwide.
17-13 is a count in favor of Crispa with 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. De La Rosa with a pass to Monzon, one of the starters of the Esquires. Fabiosa switching on Monzon. De La Rosa on the outside. Pass goes to Capascio. The layup by Capascio bounces away, and Hubalde pulls down the rebound. The pitch to Cesar. Cesar tapping it over to Javier, who lays up on a semi-hook setup. 19-13 is a count. 4 minutes and 52 seconds to go. 6-point advantage for the Redmanizers. Sanchez from left quarter court, rimming out. Hubalde again. Celebrating his birthday today, sidestepping, laying up, and missing. Recovery by Capascio. De La Rosa moves into the front court, faking and connecting. He faked the pass. Fabiosa was slightly late from behind. 19-15. Crispa by 14. Hubalde hands off to Fabiosa. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Beautiful pass to Philip Cesar for a fake and a connection. The Redmanizers have been the most fortunate among the PBA clubs to have acquired the services of 3 prize imports. And these are Romy Mamaril, who still hasn't been fielded in. He's the tallest cager now in the pro circuit. Joy Carpio, who has been a very prolific scorer in the Mica, and Frank Natividad. A turnaround hit by Eli Capascio. Natividad was a standout in the UAAP.
Yes, he was. He was one of the mainstays of the Far Eastern University team.
But we still have yet to see Natividad break loose or settle down in the pro ranks. He probably is still adjusting. We've got a foul committed by Joy Dionisio on Rolly Pineda. Gutierrez will be fielded in.
Except foul number 1, Monzon is now being replaced by Gutierrez. Javier is likewise given a rest by Abet Gidaben. Javier gets a round of applause, and quite possibly part of that applause goes to Abet Gidaben himself, because he has shown very well in the last conference.
Second conference,
Yes.
yes. It was outstanding.
There's an offensive foul spotted by referee Bartolome against Rolly
That's
Pineda.
Foul number 3.
And we've got a Crispa, or rather a Tanduay timeout.
Carrier air conditioners, #1 nationwide, #1 worldwide.
Back to the action, Freddy Ubalde for Crispa. To Joy Dionisio Cesar, top of the key. He's been looking sharp. Abid Gidabin, Fabiosa back to Cesar. 3 minutes ago, Cesar with a running try. Yes. 23-17. Philip Cesar with an interception. His pitch, however, is counter-intercepted by Capascio. Canet is in the game for Tanduay, together with Vic Sanchez and Gutierrez. Canet against Fabiosa, which is a very interesting matchup of small men. Canet to Sanchez. Long try by Vic Sanchez. Rebound to Ubalde. Ubalde is forced into a jump. Cesar was yelling out for a possible pass, but Ubalde got tied up. It'll be a jump between Freddy Ubalde and Bert De La Rosa. The tap is won by De La Rosa, but it goes to Abid Gidabin. We've got palming the ball for a double dribble by Abid Gidabin. He was undecided. He wanted to pass, and he wanted to continue dribbling. You can't do both in basketball. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. It'll be a center line throw-in. Tanduay in the offensive and trailing by 6 points. This is only the first period. It's been action-packed all the way through. Gutierrez rims out. The rebound going to Cesar. Dionisio. Back to Gidabin. Gidabin with a jumper. Yes. He has perfected that running jump shot of his. And that's very difficult to stop because Abid Gidabin is pretty tall at 6'4". De La Rosa against Joy Dionisio. Gutierrez watched closely by Ubalde. A handoff to De La Rosa. Ubalde crowding him, and his shot is an air ball attempt. Under the basket, it's a follow-up by Capascio, and Vic Sanchez didn't even have to jump for that connection. A gimme hit for Vic Sanchez. 25-19. A minute and 35 to go. The pass goes to Ubalde. Inside to Dionisio, and there is the whistle by referee Ting Cruz. Spotted a foul on the play. It's De La Rosa's contact. Penalty situation enforced against Tanduay. So it'll be 2 charities on that De La Cruz or De La Rosa foul on Joy Dionisio. In the meantime, here comes the fortune cookie, Atoy Ko, skipper of the Crispa Redmanizers, replacing Bernie Fabiosa. Ko seeing action for the first time. 2 hits from the line by Joy Dionisio. It's 27-19 as Crispa starts to pull away. A minute and 20 seconds to go. De La Rosa against Dionisio. Canet has it. Watched by Ko this time. Over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez hooks a pass. It's almost intercepted. Capascio and Ubalde land out of bounds, and the ball is given to the Crispa Redmanizers. A minute and 8 seconds left. Ko inside to Gidabin. His pass a little too long for Abid Gidabin. Passing error by Ko. 64 ticks to go before the end of the first period. Rene Canet slows it down somewhat. Looks like the instructions for the Esquires is to go for those set plays and slow down the pace of the game.
That's right.
Crispa's a good running team.
Dick. It's true. I think Tito is more playing with time and acquiring more high-pressing shots by bringing it closer, but he's not converting it.
That's right. And we've got a fast break by Crispa, completed by Atoy Ko, set up by Philip Cesar. Now it's 29-19, a 10-point advantage for Crispa. De La Rosa to Sanchez. Out again to Canet. Canet getting away from Dionisio, but he gives a pass to De La Rosa. De La Rosa banks it in. 29-21. Crispa lead 8 points. Caught to Dionisio. Over to Ubalde. One-handed hit by Freddy Ubalde. 31-21. 1 second left. There goes the first quarter home. So after 12 minutes of play, it's a 10-point lead enjoyed by Crispa Redmanizers, 31 against 21 for the Tanduay Esquires. We'll be back.